All
There we
right.
are. Now
Welcome back.
Hey, we're back.
Frank messed us up the first time around, so we're back now.
Frank.
Yeah, we're very dysfunctional. It's probably going to happen. You live and you learn. All right. Shout out to Harambe. Anyways, all right. So we're going to get back into discussion. Our first topic is going to be our thoughts on Jeff Fisher's contract extension. Jesse, if you want to delve into the situation at hand.
Oh, I'd love to. He gets a 2-year extension on top of what he already has. But what has he done? He's done nothing. All he's done is stopped Eric Dickerson, the most infamous Ram ever, from being on the sidelines. And then Eric Dickerson goes fucking live and starts ripping him apart. And he's still doing it. It doesn't make any sense. The Rams aren't winning. They got their franchise quarterback, and nothing is happening still.
They're less than mediocre.
They have Aaron Donald, who's in a mental institution now. Like, what's the point of that? What was the point of extending him? When the pop-up came up on my phone, I shit you not, I thought it was going to say Rams head coach Jeff Fisher. I saw that, and I said, oh, he's fired. 2-year contract extension.
Isn't he related to somebody in the organization?
I don't know. That sounds like a stupid
fucking
fact.
I'm supposed to look that up.
He's like the 17 match prospects.
All
No,
17 of them.
he's done terrible. They had some really good defensive players, and they should be a lot better, but he just isn't getting them over the hump at all. He's putting them farther behind it. And having Case Keenum be your quarterback for the first, it was just an awful idea. They were so bad.
Yeah, and he
lived to have an excuse to come back because he didn't give the first round pick a chance.
Dude, he loved Case Keenum. He just loves Case Keenum. He's the only person on the planet that loves Case Keenum. But
I'm a Buccaneers fan. I love bad football players.
I think
I don't want to start.
Yeah, you're a notoriously love for Mike Glennon, right? Don't you love Mike?
Yeah,
Glennon?
I love Mike Glennon.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Anyways, Jeff Fisher, I heard this, and I'm just gonna reiterate it because I think it's totally true. The way that coaches in sports in general are rotated in and out. If you don't win, you're gone. But Jeff Fisher has the same job security as Bill Belichick,
which is insane.
Essentially, he has it because he's the only one that is tenured. Him and Marvin Jones, who doesn't win, Bill Belichick, and Marvin Lewis. Sorry,
that was Marvin Jones.
He's a receiver.
The best. I was thinking about it earlier. Jeff Fisher's never won a Super Bowl with the Rams.
Nope.
So
he's made one with
the Titans. Yeah. So, but look what happened with the Giants last year. Tom Coughlin's won 2 Super Bowls. They start losing. Who's the guy out?
Yep.
It's not Odell Beckham. It's not Eli Manning. It's the coach. It's Tom Coughlin.
Who he's related to.
I guess the one thing I will say, if just reading up on the situation, comments from their star players, I guess we don't see it because we're just bums and we're podcasting about it instead of playing an actual sport. But every player of his seemingly loves him, loves the guy. Maybe it's his mustache. I don't really know.
He's definitely not a cop.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not.
He doesn't shoot for the stars. He doesn't try to overachieve.
Yeah, I don't
work too hard.
I have no idea. But that's the only I guess the only thing I could say oh my God, what is wrong with you?
Jeff Fisher's agent is the son of Kevin Demoff, the VP of operations with the Rams. That's why he's still there. Bang.
Plus one, Frank. Yeah, get yourself a gold star. Take
So,
it over your classroom.
Well done, Frank. Guys want to move this along?
All right, what is it next?
How about we try to make it a little more fun? Take the worst, not the worst, but your least favorite player on your favorite team. Who wants to lead it off?
Joey, I would love to hear your least favorite
I'm
Buck.
so curious.
Honestly, I would love to hear your least favorite Buck.
My least favorite Buck is going to be a little surprising. It's Doug Martin because there was such a hassle over him this offseason. And this year he's averaging 3 yards a carry, even though he's been hurt. But he was hurt 2 years ago, and 1 year gets him a lot of money off our cap space, and he's just not doing anything. And it's pretty frustrating. Seeing that we could have used that money to get a receiver, because right now we have 4 practice squad receivers, And then Mike Evans. That's all we have. And Josh Huff, who can't stay sober to play a football game.
He's fucking hammered right now.
Yeah. He's going to start on Sundays, our number 2 wideout.
You and him both, Jesse.
All right, who's next?
Yo, stop asking who's next. Let it happen. Let it happen on that Terrell. But I'll go. So I'm gonna do a little twist. Not a current player, but I'm gonna say Aaron Ross. He's like my least favorite athlete ever. And I know his wife is an Olympic sprinter, and I would have rather had her playing cornerback than Aaron Ross during his tenure with the Giants. Like, I mean, the guy literally, I would rather have Joey wearing Converse sneakers. I'd rather have Frank, I'd rather have Frankie Bottles cover it. Like, it's just, oh my God. I can't explain how many times that he thought he was in man or he thought he was in zone and it was the complete opposite, or he was just doing the right coverage and he was getting burned down the motherfucking field. So fuck Aaron Ross. That's my sentiment.
I'm saving mine for last, Frank, so you're up.
All right. I guess I got to go with Sean Jackson just because. Jerry, you're up.
That's awful.
That was really good, man. But you led me into it. Is it really a question? Has anyone tuned into an Eagles game this year? Nelson Aguilar. Nelson Aguilar. He doesn't catch the ball.
He's pretty awesome.
He doesn't catch the ball. He blames his hands. Who the fuck does that? Yeah, fucking.
Frank.
He sounds like Frank. It's like the guy is a first-round pick, 19th overall. He was picked to replace Jeremy Maclin after they let him walk to Kansas City. Chip Kelly, by the way, fuck you. Made no effort. He demolished that team, and the best we got out of it was Nelson fucking Aguilar. So that's my piece.
I mean, just and seeing how we're rivals, like I completely agree with you. Like, what a douchebag! Like how he's
got that rape shit lingering over his head too.
Yeah,
like,
man. Yeah. He's just bad news. I mean, it's only a matter of time. Like seeing how nothing's guaranteed in the NFL.
He's going to the Browns.
Yeah. It's only a matter of time he goes to the Browns. And speaking of the Browns, our last football topic of the evening will be a stinker, but it will be fun. Do you guys think? Well, we're gonna run down the Browns schedule first, because there's 4 games left on the schedule, and to be quite honest, they haven't won a fucking game. So here are the next 4 games: versus the Bengals this Sunday, at the Bills, versus the Chargers, at the Steelers to end the season. So I'm gonna pass it to Frank first. Frank, do you think the Browns win a game?
I'm gonna go on a limb and say they win in San Diego. That's what I'm
at San Diego.
Yep. That's what I'm sticking with. Don't ask me why.
At San Diego.
Yep.
It's going to be the Phillip Rivers 2-minute limbo where he gets the ball with a chance to win. He is stuck in purgatory. It's like he gets the ball with a 2-minute as Jesse downs 3 beers. I watched him put it down and then pick up another. Jesus, but
hold on. All right, we're good. Better than Frank drinking
in San Diego, huh?
Yes, in San Diego. Move along.
Absolutely fucking not.
No wins.
No wins. I'm
gonna be so happy.
You know what?
San Diego.
The thing is, I'm happy that I get to see RG3 back because I'm sick of watching Josh McCown go out there and throw. Josh McCown and Cody Kessler are out there for 60 straight minutes just throwing ducks. And their best player is Terrell Pryor.
An ex-quarterback who is
he's nasty though.
No, no, absolutely.
I'd take him in a heartbeat. He'd be our number 1.
Well, that's not saying much, Jesse. You don't have very
Thank you. I forgot.
Yes.
Everyone has the magical fucking curly hair at Odell Beckham. Some of us don't know what it's like, James.
Okay, so the Browns are not going to beat the Steelers the last week. Zeus, relax. That was my dog. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. They're not going to beat the Bills in Buffalo. They're not going to beat the Chargers, but I am all aboard. I'm with Joey, who we will hear from in a second. The Bengals are going down this week. Book it.
Yep. I'm saying an in-division game.
Book it.
Bengals are going to be laxed after beating the Eagles. They're going to slip up, and RG3 is going to run all over them. Sorry, Jesse.
Hey,
Joey, I'm with you.
that's
Book
baseball season.
Book it.
I'm taking them 1-15.
All right, so what's next? I'm doing it again. Where's
Zeus, say hi, buddy.
He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
All right.
He's on.
That was a solid first football discussion. Let's get on to our baseball talk. We actually have something pretty cool in store for you guys. So we're going to talk about the winter meetings, but the way we did it is
Off-season in general thus far.
All right. We'll start on the off-season in general. Yeah. Not winter meetings, just off-season in general.
It's only 4 days. You got to broaden.
Yeah, you're right. So we did a draft to see, who has, and we're going to discuss the best and the worst off seasons. So I don't know who had the first pick, but whoever has the first pick.
I think I did the first pick for the losers.
Yeah.
Okay, losers, pick it.
You're wearing on your hat, Frank. Not because, no, dude. Listen, it's not because of what they did. It's not because of what they did. It's because of what they didn't do.
True.
They got a very serviceable center fielder. He's going to be an above-average replacement for Denard Span.
Absolutely.
I hope he plays
not an
right.
outfielder. They have 5 years of control.
I hope he plays right.
But they put all this shit out there. They were going to trade for McCutchen, trade for Sale. Rizzo's talking again. Nothing. They're talking about Jansen now.
It's not going to happen. They don't have enough money.
Not going to happen. But
they're not going to get Colomé. They're going to have fucking Dave Roberts.
No, and on top of that, they dumped 3 of the biggest pitching prospects in baseball currently. They put Dunning, Lopez, and Giolito out there for sale. And then they turned right around and they're like, yeah, just give us your center fielder instead.
Yeah, they took Robles out of the deal, though, thankfully. At least we have something in our farm.
They had to, but they just depleted their pitching. And I know the WAR is not much different lately between Eaton and McCutchen, but
the 5 years control.
It's sure, but
I mean, you want 5 years of average or 2 years of superior though? That's
but he's 28. Kutch is 30. Kutch is 2 years. Kutch is more expensive. Eaton's $38 million for 5 years.
You got a 2 year window.
When you have a massive deal,
there's also no certainty.
All your money away. You need control, cheap control.
What's the certainty about McCutchen anyway? He wasn't very good last year. I know he wasn't healthy all year and whatever, but I mean, there's no certainty.
There's none at all.
Oh, no,
there's
absolutely.
no certainty with Eaton either. But
all right, Frank, who's your biggest loser of the offseason?
With the second pick of the draft.
Is it me?
Yep, it's you.
Biggest loser of the offseason. I'm going to go so far with the Dodgers. They have Rob Segdin playing third. They don't even have a legit second baseman right now. Is it Hernandez?
It's Segedin, by the way.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Who's it second?
Who's the teacher?
Yeah.
Kike.
It's not Kike. Yeah, it is Kike. Fuck you.
It's Kike.
Oh, my God.
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
Anyway, they haven't signed anybody back. Their bullpen's depleted now.
Oh, if they don't get Jansen back, what the fuck are they going to do? What the fuck are they going to do?
Jansen and Bland. They don't. It's empty.
They had to go with Jansen in the 6th inning in playoff games. What the fuck do they think they're going to do if they don't have him? It's like Kershaw is pitching every inning of every game. And then Hinch and Brew if he's not dead. What's that?
Arias.
He's probably going to the Marlins. They're going to pay him some stupid amount of money.
To have a great 1-2-3 punch there.
Yeah, the offer's out there, but they have money to spend. They cannot. There's no way they're replacing Jose Fernandez.
Yeah, but that's
if
you're done.
Possible.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so my biggest loser of the offseason is the Marlins because they're focusing only on Kenley Jansen. And they need to focus on their rotation, obviously, you can't replace Jose Fernandez, but get something back. And, I mean, we saw with the Yankees at the beginning of last year, building a back end of the bullpen doesn't necessarily guarantee anything when your rotation sucks. So,
very true.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at that with what you said, I mean, the Marlins, they lost Colin Ray immediately, damaged goods.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Andrew Kastner just signed with the Rangers, I believe.
Yeah. Marlins will lose in like 90 at least 90 games.
They do have that nice lefty, though. I like Conley a lot. I think he's going to be good.
And
but other than that, I don't know. I think that team's going right back down shit stream.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, it sucks to lose Jose and like sell the farm, but not even sell the farm, but sell players like Ozuna and just try to move to
even
build up
Stanton,
the farm system.
like,
I wouldn't trade Giancarlo. That contract's not going anywhere.
If he wants that money, it's not. It's all backloaded.
Yeah, true.
Hey, they signed Jeff Locke to be.
I was about to say they goat Jeff Locke,
the 2012 All-Star.
Yeah.
Yep. It's,
and AJ Ellis to catch him. It'll be great.
Get off MLB trade rumors, man.
Oh, they signed him.
I am smart/MLB.com.
And with the fourth pick of the first round, I'm taking someone that we actually just previously named. I'm going to go a specific player, and I think the biggest loser actually is Andrew McCutchen. Just because how it must be hard for a player to go through, like, it must be so awkward too. Like, they tried so hard to trade him. Their franchise, their literal franchise player of the last however many years. They tried to trade him, try to get him out of town. He obviously has, roots in Pittsburgh and stuff. And now the GM came out and said they're not looking to move him at all. Obviously, I'm sure that's just hearsay, and they will if the right deal comes along. But at the same time, how awkward is it going to be in that clubhouse knowing that they didn't want him this offseason?
If you're going to pick a singular player, what about Encarnacion?
Yeah, has to be him.
He just lost $20 million. They just took the
he
offer.
lost more than that. He
his
initially wanted 5 years, 125.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying they took the $80 million off the table. They offered.
You know what? You know how happy I am about that? Because if he had signed that 5 years, 125 before the Mets got Cespedes back,
that contract
before at 110, do you have any idea what that contract would be? They wouldn't have him. He'd be somewhere else right now.
Yeah.
But back to what James was touching on with McCutchen, and he was talking about hometown. He was the face of that team. Last year, the Pirates literally threw away Neil Walker, who was born and raised, grew up in Pittsburgh, to the Mets.
And his dad played. Didn't his dad play second base for the Pirates?
Yeah.
They're a Pittsburgh family. And he literally is like, we want another pitcher. So they traded Neil Walker for John fucking Neese.
And
the fucking knows
no longer there.
And what does that say about their organization as a whole? Like what?
Huntington?
Yeah, Neil Huntington.
Yeah, like
Neil Huntington.
They're trending like, dude. They were trending. They won 98 games 2 years in a row, and whatever
I think a lot of that,
whatever they're doing is just. Sorry.
And
go
they
ahead.
had that good young pitching staff and nothing around it.
Even Ivan Nova, who's been a fucking dud for 5 years, pitched well there.
Yeah.
Well, that's because Ray Searage is the best pitching coach known to like the planet.
He's incredible.
Yeah, but that was I read something today. He had like a 58-4 fucking walk ratio.
Yeah, no.
That's some bullshit. That's the shit you read about. You're like, that's not Ivan Nova. That's some like.
That's Clayton Kershaw. That's Clayton Kershaw.
Kershaw is like 121 to 1 or something.
That's
something not even fair.
All right, so since we're doing a snake draft, it looks like I have the first pick in the winners bracket, and I'm kind of going with the sleeper. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks, who I think are a big winner. I think they got Taijuan Walker and Ketel Marte in a trade. They just signed Fernando Rodney. They had no closer, and they signed Fernando Rodney today.
He was untalked about. He was lights out last year.
And you know what? And he went to the All-Star game, the only closer perfect, I believe. Oh no, Familia was too, right? It was Familia and Rodney at the All-Star break.
And I think Britton might have been.
Well, I know Britton blew a save early.
Okay, and it was Rodney. It was Rodney and Familia.
I'm pretty sure they were and then he fell into that 8th inning role for the Padres when right
he got traded right after that
to the Marlins. To the Marlins. Yeah. Sorry,
they had Ramos closing.
Yeah, and Ramos was great last year, but I think that Rodney the Rodney signing is underrated. And I say that I think they have had a great offseason because they're also building off what they did last offseason when everyone thought they were going to be an 80-win team and blah blah blah, and that was bullshit from the start and whatever. But Taijuan Walker,
look what that did to Shelby Miller.
Yeah, but you know what?
Demoted.
And now he has he has a fresh year, and the signing or getting Taijuan Walker, adding another starter takes more pressure off.
The rotation is
Miller,
nasty.
Dude, their rotation is whatever
Robbie
combination. Ray. Yeah, whatever combination of pitchers that they put in there because they have a lot. That Corbin, Ray, they have Braden Shipley. Dude, they have a really good and Walker's under control. I saw this today until 2020, making like $2 million a year. Like
all it takes for some people to change the scenery.
Yeah,
they should move one of the starters to get. I mean, the starting pitching is at a premium right now. They could get a really nice return back.
Yeah, on this market, which is why I'm also a fan of what they've done because they've stockpiled in a position that there's a market. There's no market for, so you could trade rape the market right now, and that's been clear. Sorry, Frank, but like you can it is true. So
they're all young and controllable except for Greinke, who's expensive.
But you know what? Let's say Greinke gets back to 2 years ago for him. Yep. I mean, you have a heck of a front stat. Like you have
the Dodgers 2.0.
Yeah. I mean
that ace, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So that's my my sleeper best offseason thus far.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm up next. As much as it pains me to say it, the Red Sox absolutely dominated this offseason. They're in like super win now mode. You get Chris Sale, who is top 5 pitcher in the league. Unbelievable. Mitch Moreland's very underrated defensively, and he's still a pretty good hitter too. And Tyler Thornburg, that went very under the radar to pick him up.
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, they lost Koji, which is I'm assuming why they traded for Thornburg, knowing that Koji was going to leave. But I mean, they're going to be very, very scary next year. And I'm glad I don't have that many expectations out of the Yankees next year because the Red Sox are going to be dirty.
Yeah, but Dombrowski gets it done. He's very similar to Theo Epstein.
Yeah, always has been.
He doesn't care. He'll pull the trigger. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Since he's with the Red Sox, they're always a win now, this is our year type of team. Similar to the Yankees up until this year. Like, we can do it, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, they got rid of a lot of the farm, which I'm a little skeptical about, but if you win baseball games, nobody cares. No one cared about the Yankees getting rid of the farm until the early 2010s because they were still winning.
But you know what? They've also called up a lot of their farm.
Yeah,
and they've all produced.
Yeah, and their whole team is 25 and younger. So like,
it's not real. It's not real.
It's very scary.
Regardless of if they have a farm left or not, like they still do have a solid farm. But even if they didn't, they'd be okay because they have players that are going to be there for the next 10 years that are going to dominate baseball.
Yeah.
All right. So
wait, Frank, you're last.
Grande said we're going reverse. Am I last?
I'm looking at the order, son.
All right. So, well, hey, I thought he changed the rules on the way.
So, changing the rules to pivot off of what Joey said about their farm. My winners of the offseason are the fucking White Sox.
Yeah.
Not right now. Maybe not next year. But look at what they got. Within 24 hours, Rick Hahn worked some magic and took advantages from wonderful ownership. And he got the number 1 hitting prospect in Moncada.
Number 1 pitching prospect.
And the number 1 pitching prospect in Giolito. And
2 other top feet.
Okay, Frank, if we're gonna say Giolito's not the number 1, they still got fucking Ronaldo Lopez, who's viewed higher.
No,
it doesn't matter, man.
Listen,
they got 3 of
they got 3 of the top 13 pitching prospects.
I believe they got 5 people in the top 100.
And the guy from A-Ball from the Red Sox throws 100 too. They're thinking he could be a
Kopech.
Yeah, Kopech's
No, not Kopech. The other one. The other one. The low A guy.
Yeah, Kopech, you're right.
Well, Kopech's the one who's got
Dunning, right?
No, Dunning's from the Nats.
The low A player they got
Diaz
from the
or
Red
something.
Sox, which wasn't Kopech.
Yeah, the two smaller Red Sox prospects were no joke either. They were pretty highly rated.
Yeah, one of them throws 100 just like Kopech.
Yeah.
So
White Sox are going to be insane.
I just think that he made the smart move because what the fuck are you going to do with Chris Sale right now?
Yeah.
they can't.
He's going to go out there and he's going to get his scissors. He's going to cut your jerseys up
Watch him have like a 2.1 ERA and still have a losing record.
because he literally.
They don't have any shitty
happy.
alternatives.
I saw something from Rosenthal saying he's like just got this from Chris Sale's baseball college coach. He's so happy. He'd have been happy if you traded him to the fucking
Like the Rays.
the Durham Bulls.
Yeah.
He did not want to be there anymore. The White Sox were smart.
The White Sox,
What?
Quintana, Frazier, they could build a whole
Yeah,
fucking
White Sox are going to be
Abreu?
disgusting in a couple years.
Abreu. They could trade Abreu.
Oh,
Yeah, they traded, yeah.
You know the haul that Abreu would get?
What's that?
The haul that Abreu would get would be insane. Would be enough.
Especially, well, look what Eaton just got. That sets the bar.
I know.
That sets the bar. No one can outdo that.
All right, Frank, let's hear your biggest winner.
well, Jesse took mine, and I've been going back and forth on this. I'm gonna say you're gonna laugh. I'm gonna say
Oh,
because
Frank.
Winners?
Yeah.
Frank.
Are you in the right category?
Okay. It's been a fun podcast.
Shut up. Because the White Sox are in one situation, the Nationals are in another. We have a 2-year window. They need something. Adam Eaton's 280 average is a hell of a lot better than Espinosa's 200. And I'm right.
No one's going to argue.
I'm ignoring you. I'm watching the
player.
match.
What?
I'm just
Adam Eaton
ignoring
can't
it.
say baseball games.
So there you have it. They were my biggest losers. Me who've been watching baseball my whole life, and they were Frank's biggest winners.
No. You guys took something I would have taken with, like I said, the White Sox.
What about the Cubs?
The Cubs, genius move.
They literally just
What
filled out
about
the
the Astros?
bullpen.
What about the Astros?
The Astros?
Oh,
The Astros are very risky, though.
I think the Cubs is more of a. I think the Cubs literally they did what they needed to do. They lost Chapman, and then they got him plus Iwahara. Like they refilled, and they kept Strope and Rondon. The back of their bullpen is still sick.
I think it obviously mine's a little biased, but going to the game,
it's absolutely biased, 100%.
I would have liked
Not a
seeing
little
the
bit.
Astros every day.
It's not a little bit. It's 100%.
I'll grab Adam Eaton's ass tomorrow.
I like seeing Eaton more than Espinosa. It's better for a win now team.
Yeah, would you rather see Adam Eaton or Kutch and Sale?
They're not getting. They couldn't get him. They couldn't get Kutch and Sale.
No.
They gave those three and Robles for sale. That wasn't happening. So they.
But to
moved
put
on.
this in, I was texting this in the group the other day. To put it into perspective, this is like 2 years ago. If the Mets were like, we want Adam Eaton, they're like, give us Syndergaard, Matz, and Conforto. Are you pulling that trigger?
No, what I'm saying is it's the control. It's you. They have a Masson deal they can't get rid of. They don't have any money to sign anybody because it's all going to fucking Baltimore.
But they just said they did. That's why they're going after Jansen.
They're not going to get them. They don't have money. Unless it's deferred to like $100 million in 2021. They don't have money.
Who's going to close for you? One of your
Trinan.
bum ass mid relievers.
Like who? Shelton?
Blake Trinan.
Oh man, Blake Trinan. That's where we should stop this podcast.
I agree.
I'm crossing my fingers for Column. Fuck you guys.
All right, well, that will do it here as my girlfriend arrives and right on time, and I'm going to get Chipotle. Very excited about that.
When's the food blog start?
The food blog starts a couple episodes when we get our
You want to let them know that we might have some guests?
Yeah, we might have some guests. We actually have another member of our podcast, Blinky Lord, nicknamed Brian.
First name Blinky.
And we also are going to have a food critic. His name is Louis Abreu. He's one of a kind.
Not to be confused with Jose Abreu.
Or Bobby Abreu.
He's the Jose Abreu of food.
So we're going to be setting up this. We're going to be setting up this draft thing every week. So for those who tune in, we'll be sending in. Thank you, format. We'll be tweeting out during the week, leading up to Friday, because we're gonna try to do it around this time every Friday if we can. And we're gonna tweet up topics for you guys to give to us and that we will discuss going forward, and we'll continue this little draft format. We'll get better as we go, but this was our first our first podcast together. It went well. I had fun.
Much better than texting.
Much better than that's absolutely true. Much better than texting.
Everything's better than texting.
I agree.
I can't express my hatred towards Frank through texting a lot of the time.
Keep drinking that NyQuil, buddy. It's just gonna get worse.
It's really vulgar.
All right. So with that, for Jesse, Joey, Frank, and myself, we're out. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week. We'll be in contact at PW. I can't do the acronym right now. PWTBL podcast on Twitter. Check us out. We're out. Peace.